Liv Morgan gonna win the women's Money in the Bank this year, and that's all I'm gonna say.
You don't believe that.
Liv Morgan to do, man. You want her to?
I want her to beat competition. That's what I want. He hasn't been convincing at all. She was getting her ass beat by Becky Lynch, ass beat by Rhea Ripley.
Becky Lynch had to cheat to beat her.
They
literally bring that up in the story. No, come back here. No. You not finna rain on my Liv Morgan parade, dog.
Let's move on.
No, we not moving on. No.
Y'all ain't see that. Y'all ain't see that.
Homie, I'm leading the way. DG on top. How about you keeping the lane? Stay them away. I don't fear my ops. Battle with me, I'ma stay. Kick up my feet on the plane. Homie, I'm leading the way.
My bad.
We didn't even start.
Yo, you know what? Some things just gotta be left unexplained. I'll put it like that.
Well, yeah, I'm like, what did he miss? So you just start the show cracking up laughing. Oh, it's this
Because it's unrelated to look, I was laughing at your dancing. I'm sorry. I mean, in a good way. Like, not trying to clown you. It was.
You see this every day, like not every day, but you see it every time the show starts.
Oh, it's just today was because I was looking because Daniel Garcia just be like kind of relaxed about it, and then you come on, you be.
It's more aggressive, man. It's more aggressive. Hey, man, it's about the motion of the ocean, man. That's all it is. It's all about the motion of the ocean. Man, look, Devin. Today is September 30th. Yesterday was the 29th. And then the week prior to that was the 22nd. Yeah, this was the 22nd. And that was by far, in terms of wrestling,
The best day of my life.
The best day of my life. It's the best day ever. It's like SpongeBob when he climbed on that bubble, and like his bubbles are floating on him. It's the best. He started jumping on each and every one of them. You got Garrett in the choir, Mrs. Puff and them. Best day. I'm telling you, bro. But we gotta get into this show before I tell y'all about the best day ever. Hello, all, and welcome to the Heel Turn Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Jackson Jr. Alongside me, Devin. He started off the show laughing. We just gotta ask, what's in the cup? What's in the cup, my brother?
It's just lemonade.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I mean the regular just old plain lemonade. You know, just like lemonade stand lemonade, Minute Maid lemonade.
Is there Hennessy in it?
No, sir.
You drink Hennessy?
Not at this current moment, sir.
You drink Hennessy?
On occasions. You know.
Oh, you a social.
You know. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, every time Roman would like smash somebody, you know, pause. You know, we drink one for the tribal chief. Acknowledge.
Somebody. Every time Roman smash somebody, you gotta pull up. Oh, that's nuts. That's nuts.
Like, you should imagine how it is for triple threat matches, man.
So I got nothing to say to this man. This man is. So I'm assuming you just cut alcohol off in general, since we just refuse to see this man, you know, for months and months on end. That's the only time. That's why you're a social drinker. You don't drink often because Roman's barely there.
Sacrifices got to be made, man. What's he at? Like 1,100 some days now?
Yeah, exactly. They only wrestle for maybe 300 of it.
Hey, give or take.
Give or take. And I've been entertained.
Have you? Yeah, I'm like, have you? Are you not entertained?
On a couple of them, no. I'm actually starting to think that he should have lost to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. To be honest with you, I definitely gonna fall. I didn't want to fall into that, but man. But then again, he held the record, so.
That's the thing. I just feel like if that ever happened, people still would be like, it would be videos of why Roman Reigns should have won at WrestleMania.
But I feel like we talked about that before. Like we want him to beat the record and then lose the next day. It's just been the next day for weeks now, and he still hasn't.
You're like, next year is the next day.
Right, I'm saying. And of course, man, we got Justin here. What's up, fellas, man? We appreciate you so much, Justin. You're sliding on with us. We also got to get an update on the faction, the fantasy faction. Devin, I ain't gonna lie to you. We do have a spoiler. It ain't looking good. It's looking good. It's still looking good. Like, it's not bad, but, you know, this is not looking good. But outside of that, Devin, I'm sorry. I got to take over. Look at him. Look at his face. What do not take over? That's asshole. That's Devin, man.
I mean, I'm taking over. I'm thinking like he about to cut my feed and everything. Like, I'm just going to be out of the show. He like, that's it.
Because you've heard this story a little bit before, but, like, I got to get some context, man. We're going into the Desert Diamond Arena. Used to be known as, you know, Talking Stick, but they changed it for I don't know why. But we're going up the elevator. So, yeah, I know a lot of people, yeah, I'm broke. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I ain't struggling. It ain't nothing like I got, you know, I'm paying bills. But I'm just an average human being. So me and my girl, we're going to the event. So we got tickets all the way up top. Not all the way up top, but we up top, but we're in the front row. So stop it. Let me finish. So, look, man. So they're like, okay, you guys got to go up 2 escalators. I'm like, all right, cool. Anything for Jonathan Felixino. So I'm like, sure. So my girlfriend, she's over the rubbing on my shoulders. Babe, I know you're excited. Aren't your heart racing? I'm like, babe, man, it's just John Cena. Relax. You know, relax. So we get to our seats. You know, before we get to our seats, Devin knows this story. There's a drunk dude that pulls over to the side of me. Hey, man, we got the same John Cena shirt. He's like, oh, man, you know I had to be here for John Cena. I'm like, yeah, bro, I did too. He was like, yeah, bro, hey, my wife is due on Tuesday, but you know I had to show up for John Cena. I'm like, you know, that's cool. Like, that's cool. Like, you should go check on your kid, you know, check on your wife, make sure she's cool. But, you know, anything for John Cena. So we go there, we sit down, we getting ready. And, man, it's like, SmackDown will be on live in 30 seconds. We're like, oh, man. So you see the lights coming on. Yeah, greatness. And if that's Raw's theme song, but I don't care. I don't care. As you can tell, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't too much into it. So, look, man, but that's all it is. It's just lights flashing. You're just waiting for the intro to stop. And then John Cena's fucking music hits. Yeah, I'm cussing. I don't care. John Cena's music hits. Man, I'm freaking out. Everybody around me's freaking out. He comes out, and the thing that I told Devin that will stay in my mind forever. As long as I wish I saw this at 14, because I would have cried. Like, John Cena's running to the ring. He slides in. He's running around. They're like, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest of all time, John Cena. I'm just like, oh my God, it's all good. It's John Cena. Don't you see him? Like, oh my God, right, bro. It was amazing. Even though he lied to us, he was funny, he was awesome, he was cool, and then he lied to us. He was just like Devin. I mean, we got to give it up to Devin. Like, Devin did say he was a liar. So he was like, you know, I want to wrestle, and I'm gonna wrestle tonight. And so we're like, hell yeah, we're gonna wrestle. Yeah, John Cena wrestling tonight in Phoenix. Yeah. And so we get all pumped up for this, and then Paul Heyman's ugly yet. Paul Heyman's stupid, so I don't want to wrestle tonight. The tribal chief hasn't contacted me to see the tribal chief won't show up, but he'll come and tell me in direct orders about stupid stuff. Like that's what he said. And so, long story short, John Cena doesn't wrestle, and AJ Styles gets his ass beat. And at the tail end of it, John Cena gets his ass beat. But before that, after John Cena left out, after he does his little speech in the beginning, he leaves out. There's a huge graphic. It says Dwayne Johnson. It says like The Rock is showing The Rock, and then it says tonight. So obviously the broadcasters are probably like, "Hey, we're going to show you a recap of what happened last week." We don't hear that. We just see The Rock's face in tonight. So we're like, Dwayne Johnson's gonna be here. Dwayne. I was like, how Roman not gonna show up, but Dwayne gonna be here? Like, I was like, it don't make any sense. So long story short, John Cena's getting his ass beat for like 20 minutes. Long story short, that I said that like 5 times, but LA Knight was supposed to show up and help John Cena, but that didn't happen. But everybody was chanting Rocky because we thought The Rock was gonna be there. So we got lied, and then at the end of the show, John Cena was laid there, hurting. And then Montez was like, "Look, man, Bobby Lashley hurt my feelings. He hurt Montez's, and no, I am Montez. He hurt Angelo's feelings and mine. So in saying that, I'm gonna beat his ass." So at the end of this, John Cena just beat up Montez Ford. But man, seeing John Cena was amazing, man. That was awesome. That was a time that I will never ever forget, man. Devin, I'm sorry. Are you happy for me?
Not at all. But I mean, hey, look, you got to see John Cena. That's great. You acting like he was in your living room. He was nice. He wiped his shoes before he walked in the house. And when he said down, he said, "Good, I sit right here." And so I mean, that's cool, man. Look. The most enjoyment I got out of it was knowing that you had to sit there in person, no TV screen in front of you, and watch John Cena get whooped for like 20-some minutes. That was all I could ask for. Ain't nobody come and help him too. I was back there like, he got this. Oh, he Big Match John, right? He the greatest of all time, bro. He got this.
See, I'm not gonna play into your little tactics here. I'm not gonna play into your little foolish games that you're playing here. Because look, I saw John Cena. Whether he got his ass beat or not, he tried. It was his loser support in LA Knight. It was your boy, your guy, LA Knight.
Yeah.
Clutch for my John Cena. So if it was up to me, I think you were paying off LA Knight. I think you had something to do with this. You were talking to LA Knight. Look, man, look. I know all the and stuff, but like John Cena will bury you. John Cena will bury you, and he won't show up to your hometown. So you don't need to show up. That was you.
And he said, "Yeah." I hung up the phone, and you saw what took place, man. LA Knight had my back. He was like, "Oh, Isaiah's having such a good night." Nah. That's what he said. He said, "I ain't showing up tonight." Yeah.
See, but that's the thing. Not only did I see him, I saw Io Sky on the big, not the TV screen, the big screen, multiple big screens. I saw Io Sky wrestle. It looked good. She looked good.
That's enough. That's enough. That's good. Look. What John Cena theme song be saying? My time is now. My time gonna be here. Yes, sir.
Look, man, it was great. It was great.
That's where I draw the line.
And then that's the crazy part. Just a couple weeks ago, I just heard AEW. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm like, oh, really? I probably might see Devin in the crowd if I can just.
AEW?
Wait, is that Devin? Oh, like Devin must think that they still doing that. What's that thing? The Superdome, whatever dome they had. You tried to call in. That's what it was. You tried to do it virtually.
Oh, you talking about you funny, the Thunder. No, look, I didn't even show up for that. They had so many rules and regulations.
That wait list was ass.
But man, AEW, I don't know, man. They could be across the street and I'll just be like, hey, it's crazy. They doing some type of wrestling over there.
Yeah, they doing something over there.
Can we stop?
They doing some type of wrestling over there. We gotta talk about some type of wrestling over here, man. And we started off with the latest thing that we haven't touched yet. The releases. First off, Devin, I'm gonna name off. I'm gonna give you every name. You're gonna tell me where they're gonna go. So I'm just gonna give you a name. You either say AEW, Impact, Unemployed, but I know you ain't gonna say that because you're Devin. But you just so it's like just give me something that you think you're gonna do. All right, here we go right here.
Righty tighty.
Dolph Ziggler.
AEW.
Huh?
Oh, I'm saying you said where he gonna go, ain't
Yeah,
it?
no, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear the answer.
Oh, AEW.
AEW. Okay, cool. Dolph Ziggler to AEW. I don't disagree with that at all. Emma.
Impact.
Yeah, I can see that. Riddick Moss.
Impact as well.
I agree. Shelton Benjamin.
That's that one. All right, if Shelton Benjamin's still gonna wrestle, I put him. I don't know. I want to say AEW, but I just don't see how that works. I'm gonna say AEW because I just can't say Impact because I feel like he's hype.
I think he goes
Oh,
backstage somewhere.
I get you know what? I guess he could do that. So I'm thinking like after that, you got to be a wrestler or not. You're not
No,
gonna
I
wrestle,
said
then that's it.
unemployed. Like, what do you see? Anywhere you think they're gonna go?
I mean, I hope he's somebody that could be a producer backstage. I just look for somebody like that. I hate for them to just be. I'll get into that tangent at the end. But somebody like Shelton Benjamin, it's like if he is gonna wrestle, I want to say AEW because I feel like that's a stage for him in terms of not just being, no offense to Impact, a smaller market there. But if he's not gonna wrestle, then I'm hoping, yeah, like I said, he'd be backstage, either
So,
helping with the producing or somewhat involved still with WWE if it's possible.
so what would be your final answer?
AEW.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
I
crazy. Top
see, man,
dollar.
I told this man AEW, and then he just made me explain all that stuff just to say AEW again. Oh, okay.
Well, because you were just like, well, I didn't see him backstage. I mean, I could see backstage. And so I'm like, okay, well, where do you see him going? I just had to get clarification. But
You
top
said
dollar.
top dollar. Uh, Impact. I say Impact for top dollar
Really? Impact?
because I feel because I definitely just don't see him in AEW, and I mean, he got better shoes than the Young Bucks, so he can't go over there now. So if you know that story, then
I see him flopping around somewhere.
you're wrong for that.
I see him like somewhere, like not in no big time spot. I see him wrestling still, but just not no.
Man, he sounds like he gonna be in like people's backyards, just
Yeah. Trying to perfect that suicide dive.
I don't know. I know I'm throwing a lot of people in the Impact like bucket, but it's just like that's the only place I can see somebody maybe figuring out how to reinvent themselves or be on some type of level where they can still be seen and nobody be like, oh, I forgot all about Top Dollar. I just remember he fell over that rope. Flop Dollar, just I'm done.
So you got him at Impact?
I do.
Let me just look at this right now because it started off Emma, Riddick Moss, then Dolph Ziggler. So right now you have Emma Impact, Riddick Moss Impact, Dolph Ziggler AEW, Shelton Benjamin AEW, and Top Dollar Impact. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Rick Boogs.
Rick Boogs, man. Man. I say I still see him wrestling, but I'm gonna go from the other route. I'm gonna go where you think Top Dollar gonna go. Like I feel like, yeah, like I think he'll be just going around different, smaller promotions and things of that nature. Then he'll possibly pop up on like an Impact, make his way over to. Thought I said that he was outside. What you say?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, got like a guitar out there hitting my car.
so you got him just roaming around somewhere, frolicking.
Pretty. It's just like I don't. It's like, what was he really gonna be known for? If somebody was like, you remember Rick Boogs from WWE? Like, yeah, like okay, look, Top Dollar. Unfortunately, people probably would remember that infamous, mistake, that was made. But Rick Boogs, I mean, I don't really see anything that's attached to him where it's like, oh yeah, I remember him. It's not no fault of his own because remember he got hurt right at WrestleMania like 2 years ago and never really got a chance to make any type of stride after that.
I feel the same way about Riddick Moss. There's literally, if it wasn't for Emma, I would not care less about anything that this man is doing.
I mean, that's kind of I was kind of putting him as a package thing because I can't see her probably there and him not getting his foot in there. Because I mean, I didn't think he was terrible in the ring wise. Like obviously he needs still work and experience, but really his issue was just really character wise. It was kind of generic. Like he would come out with a generic entrance. She was probably the only thing that would add to it. Yeah, exactly. Drawing whatever he was doing. He was doing I don't even know what to call it. But yeah, stuff like that. And I'm just saying, like maybe Impact he can have more of an input on what he wants to be portrayed as. He ain't got to come out wrestling in suspenders.
But you had Emma and Riddick Moss. See, if they were separated, I'd be like, all right, Emma could work her way in AEW, and Riddick Moss could be, Impact. But yeah, I feel like they definitely we're a package deal. I see you in Impact. I'll see you then, buddy. Aaliyah.
After our previous discussion, off the screen, or I forgot how you said it, he was like behind the mic, and I'm like, ain't you behind the mic when you talking? But well, yeah, on that, I kind of lean towards just she'll be in other ventures. I don't necessarily see her popping up at another promotion right now. I mean, just because given like no offense to her, but it's just like, oh, we got my niece saying hello. She didn't send in like input codes this time.
Yeah,
Left
she
down right up.
She also sent some lemons. I don't
Hey, the lemonade, man. Just like Becky Lynch, man, with life gives you lemons.
You sure did say you was drinking Hennessy with lemonade. I forgot about that.
See, man. But as I was saying with Aaliyah, you gotta think she was in NXT, no offense to her, for a good amount of years and never really made any strides to show that it was really a lot of improvement. Even when she got to the main roster and started making some waves, it wasn't really much. The matches were short. And if the match was long, it wasn't really that good. Then they threw it with Raquel, and that's about all we can say.
No, we say a whole lot more. We just can't.
Well, I say we. I know this. Man, this guy, Elias, Impact,
Lacey Evans.
I want to say other ventures as well.
Matt Riddle.
Whoa,
wait. I'm sorry. Lacey Evans, you said other ventures. Oh, I know why.
Wait. I mean,
Pay for the subscription.
No, I'm just saying, she can go down that road, or whatever other road she want to go down. I'm just saying.
When Kanye said he bootlegs his stuff off Reddit, do you do that?
I do not.
Oh, you go on
I
Twitter?
do not. I mean, I am on Twitter or X as it's called, but I don't, try to do solicit stuff as that.
You follow Lizzie Episode X?
I don't actually.
Does your burner account follow her?
It doesn't actually. I don't even have a burner. Unlike some people, I don't have a burner. I'm just if you see Devin Crimes, it's me. That's real. I ain't verified, but it's real.
It ain't verified, but it's real.
That's all I got to say.
And last but not least, Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle. I want to say other ventures. And look, I can see him in the Impact, and it's a slight 0.001%. I see him in AEW, but just given just the issues and dramas he's been, associated with and been in, I don't think many, I don't think like Impact or like AEW want to put up with that right now. I don't see him like maybe like if he wants, he probably would do like what I said. Rick Boogs would do, just probably bounce around promotions. But I just don't see him going full fledged into wrestling again. I don't know. It was just the stuff he was saying even on the way out, like, oh, I guess it's easier to win in MMA than it is in a WWE match while he was employed. So I'm just
I gotta. It's not really a hot take, but I think Riddle's gonna be a porn star.
I mean that's definitely on the board because isn't he married to a porn star? Or,
You think he got it?
I'm not gonna comment on that because
No,
that's
I was going to that Tyreek Hill video.
yeah, I know. I was like, he trying to put me. I'm trying to think what that. I'm trying to think what it. I forgot who he was talking to now.
Mike
I'm
Evans,
trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to think what Mike Evans said. I'm like, dang it. I should have. He had a good response to it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I forgot what he said.
Yeah, I was like, it's not an inside joke. For those that don't know, you got to watch a Tyreek Hill video. He said he wants to be a porn star when he retires from the NFL. Like, no, I definitely think Rivers going to be. No, I think he's done the wrestling. He's a loose screw, man. And Aaliyah, yeah, we're gonna look. I'm gonna say this. I'll say it, because I don't think she's wrestling. And I don't think she cared about wrestling. So I think she'll be, a model. I think she'll, we'll see on Sports Illustrated. I think she'll take the Eva Marie route. Do fitness, and live her best life. Because I mean, granted, we still want to see her happy. We still want to see her doing something that she loves. I just don't want to see you in the wrestling ring. It's just like I just don't want to see you in the wrestling ring. I'm not entertained with you in a wrestling ring. Nowhere near, no way, shape, or how whatsoever. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what's happening. What are you doing? What's taking place? You could be a gymnast for all I care. Be Simone Biles. If it's in a wrestling ring, I'm not gonna watch it. You put it outside the wrestling ring, I'll pay attention to it. Devin, Mace,
I'm trying to
and
keep
Mansoor.
myself together. Oh,
the maximum male models, the ones that I didn't even get nominated for. It's funny.
hey, I mean, you probably wouldn't have been utilized as much anyway. So I mean, you
I
probably dodged the bullet.
I didn't do the dance. That's what it was.
Look. Mason Mansoor. I may be saying it wrong. Dang, that's a tough one because I see them bouncing around. I'll rule out AEW and Impact. I think if they bounce around, if they stay together as a tandem, I mean, they may just go, you know what, forget it. Like that was WWE. I'm on my own. My name Mason. I'm solo. And if that's the case, like I said, I see them bouncing around, creating some momentum if they, can reinvent themselves and wash free of the whole maximum male model stench, I should say, because nothing good came out of it. I mean, it did, but people. Well, I'm saying like, well, I guess it didn't. I'm looking at, I guess, the people that got out of it, LA Knight and Maxine.
Right. That's why
again,
successful, because they got out of it.
So yeah, I guess we could just like wash our hands of that whole thing, and hopefully that's what they can do too, and build up some momentum. And if they want, make it back.
Dana Brooke.
For Dana Brooke, I'm gonna say Impact as well.
Ali.
And I'm sorry, AEW actually. Ali, I think he fit in perfectly over there.
Yolisa Leon.
I want to say Impact actually. I didn't get to see her much as a single competitor. She was always in tag teams, but I'll say Impact.
Dabba-Kato.
I say he bounces around.
Man, and that's why. And I didn't mean. I was just wanted to. We had to get this list before we get to the 30-minute mark.
He was like, I don't want to hear it.
But to be honest, I won't lie to you. I agree with half of that stuff. I agree with half. My Impact class would definitely just be Elias, Emma, Riddick Moss, Dana Brooke, Rick Boogs, Mason Mansoor, Shanky. We forgot about Shanky. No, I think Shanky's done. I don't see Shanky going anywhere. I think Shanky's just Shelton Benjamin, I think he's going backstage. Ali's going to AEW. Uh, Dolph Ziggler is definitely going to AEW, and that's about it. That's all I got. Everybody else can go kick out somewhere because I don't see that happening. Here goes Justin right here. Justin got Impact. Ali. Wow, he got Ali going to Impact. Elias, Emma, Moss, Dana Brooke, Boogs, Aaliyah. Nope, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't wrestling. Look, she is done wrestling. Let me tell you guys something. We will never see Aaliyah in a wrestling ring again, I don't believe. And if we do, it's because we're just going to call her Sable. She's going to be our Sable. We got Kate Dabba right here, Mace, Yolissa, Shanky, and Mansoir. And then for AEW, you got Ziggler. And then for Japan, yeah, Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin made some great work in Japan. And then he slides right here underneath Riddle to AEW as well. I can see Riddle going to AEW, but I do agree with Devin. How much are they going to deal with him? But outside of that, we got to move forward to somebody that I don't know if it's rumors, speculation, spoilers, but Edge might be making his way to AEW. Like he's off of the SmackDown roster. He talked about, him and Sheamus coming together, just having a badass match, which they pretty much did. And that was pretty much Edge's last match. They treated it as such. They treated it like it was his last match. And now it looks like he's rumored to be going to AEW, and with Christian Cage taking on Darby Allin. Is Edge's father alive?
I am not up to date on that. I want to say so.
Let's hope so. I'm not saying that like in bad faith. I'm just saying that because we know how Christian Cage is. Like I was like, that's just if you watch AEW, you gotta. If something's wrong with your father, just stay away from your Christian. Is not the person you want to be friends with. No. But like, yeah, Devin, do you think we are going to see Edge in AEW?
I'll just start this off and say I personally don't want to see him there. I personally, but if we're talking realistic terms though, and things that can happen, I say there's a chance. I say there's a chance because that'd be something new for him to break away from something he's been a part of for decades now. Speaking of WWE, and he'll get to reunite with his boy Christian. And it's a full roster, full locker room of new opportunities and possibilities for him. Oh. Adam Cole. I said Adam Cole. Adam Copeland.
Adam Cole. Is that the match you want to see? Are you giving away the match you want to see?
If it's built upon properly, that could be something. The Battle of the Atoms. Which Adam will MJF choose?
Nah, Edge. This Edge the AEW crap. Look, Edge. Don't ruin your career, man. Don't taint your legacy going to AEW. And I'm not saying, I was trying to do that for a minute. Look, Edge, Adam Copeland. What good is gonna come from you joining AEW? Like that is my biggest thing. You are a WWE Hall of Famer, man. Like they've done everything they possibly. You've had the greatest wrestling. Did we forget about that? The greatest wrestling match ever. Edge versus Randy Orton. Then they followed it up with a last man standing match. Like Edge, WWE's did everything in their power to treat you as like the glorious man that you are. You sleep with people's lives. But still, like, I don't think this is a good career move for Edge if he does go there. What is AEW going to offer for you? Bryan Danielson did it. What good has it done for Bryan Danielson? We had good matches, but at the end of the day, are we still talking about dude? I don't see it. I don't see Edge receiving the same amount of love in AEW, which, he's a Hall of Famer. He's going to get love regardless, but I feel like there's no loyalty in AEW. AEW has their guys who they love, who they need, and if Edge come in there and start bulldozing his way, he's going to be hated. They're going to want him gone. It sounds familiar, right? Like, it's just weird. That's just my thoughts. This is stupid. Do you have any ideas for Edge in AEW?
I was like, I couldn't have said it better myself because I was trying to go the optimistic route. I'm like, it could happen. You could see this. But no, I don't want to see him at all in AEW because, for one, he's done everything you could possibly do in WWE. And, he unfortunately had that injury that took him away for a long time, and was able to come back, and he had a great run being back. I don't see anything else he needs to add to just his wrestling resume at all. AEW, I don't see what at all he could possibly need or bring really, because they're not gonna want to hear what he got to say. If they got any type of like, if he got advice for him, hey, do this, do that, they're not gonna want to listen. And he'll probably be like, well, why am I here then? I must just be here just to be with my friend Christian, and that's it. When I could just literally hang out with this dude on the weekend or something.
A lot of these WWE guys literally are there for it. They got a clock. William Regal, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. There's a reason why like talented figures like that don't stay long. And I'm not trying to bash AEW because I still like watching it. I like the athletes and the competitors that they have. I enjoy watching it on occasions. But damn it, like you're taking established talent from WWE. You see how talent from AEW, Jade Cargill, they go to the Performance Center. They have to go to the NXT. You have to learn first. You have to learn and that's just learning the WWE system. And oh yeah, but that's just learning the WWE system. They're not doing it because they suck. Well, WWE's leading in the ratings, right? WWE. That's just me personally. I just don't see why Edge going to AEW would be a good idea. And I think Justin hit the nail on the head right here. He says Edge and AEW will be very interesting. My one concern is how the AEW style is going to be on him. It's not. It's not going to work at all. I don't see it happening. Edge too old to be having people flipping and pretty much landing their foot on his neck. Like, let's be honest. They also think about this man's neck injuries. This man did retire, and now you want to go into AEW and just freelance? Nah, bro. So that's just me. But Devin, since we brought her up, she wasn't on the list. Jade Cargill going to WWE. Well, your thoughts. And your thoughts on them making it a huge deal.
That's why he tried to leave it off. He ain't want to have to hear this whole monologue I got going on. Look, man. Jade Cargill to WWE. Look, it's a big deal. And they're going to make it a big deal. They just trying to, look, hey, you all just seen Jade Cargill. She was the longest TBS champion. And now we got her. She on our team now. So, yeah, they want to make it a big deal. They want to put a lot of power behind it. And I'm happy she started off first day Performance Center. I know some people wanted her to pop up on NXT or something the next night or SmackDown, whatever. She right where she need to be. And I told you this a couple days ago, and I'm still going to stand on it. 10 toes down on it. I expect to probably see her at the probably very around either right after WrestleMania, like that Raw after WrestleMania surprise. Bring that type of energy back.
Yeah.
And at the very earliest, I would say Royal Rumble.
So you're saying you wouldn't want to see her at all until Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Is that SmackDown, Raw, NXT?
Anything. Because it's just, I'm not saying like it's gonna take her like a year, to train, and I'm not saying she never wrestled because obviously she has, but that's the thing. It was her being in the Performance Center, her being in this WWE system now. It's like you gotta either get rid of bad habits that might have been picked up in AEW, or create a foundation where that was the thing, where it's like she looked like a great superstar. It's just you never would expect to see her in a long enduring match. You wouldn't expect her to be able to carry through a match, like just her carrying a match. And that's the thing. Like, we'll never be able to see these great dream matches that we want to see, her against Bianca, her against Rhea, if we can't even see her carrying through a long match like we would see at a WrestleMania. That's always just a thing of it's going to take a minute, and it's going to be worth it, though. You don't want to rush it. You don't want to just throw her into something just for no reason and have her lose steam. So that's why I'm saying maybe after WrestleMania, where you can kind of make some type of a clean slate in your women's division and have her come in, and then you have her go from there. But like I said, I would just take the time I would have to take for this because it would be very worth it.
I think it's 100% worth it. I think it's WWE. They did everything in their power to grab Jade Cargill, and man, I think it's going to work a whole lot in their favor because
I was out there too.
Huh?
I was out there too. I was like, do it, please. You know you got to.
That was outside the performance center with a poster. I know you, Jay. Stretch me, Jay.
See, man, yeah.
You know, that's
Look,
that's the crazy part about this though. Like
pop the
I
joints,
don't know how
man.
much money she was paid. Hopefully, it wasn't millions because she don't look. Let's be honest. I don't think she deserves a $1 million contract. No,
Man, she
she
got that
deserves.
Brock Lesnar money.
Yeah, like she deserves an $800,000 contract. Because it depends. Because AEW they like to pay people. They like to overpay. So if she was getting paid 1.5 over there at AEW, then she's probably gonna pay maybe 1.7 or 1.8 out here at WWE. But that's the thing. They probably went in their contract. They was like, "Hey, man, we definitely, show you some success, give you some love, but you better come in here and work hard, damn it." Because like, there's no way, shape, or form you're gonna come in here and pretty much be. And this is just us here on the stories. We're not talking dead on the deceased. I'm not talking dead on the deceased. We're not talking speaking ill on the deceased at all. But like a lot of people believe, China was hard to work with, and she believed that she wanted to be given everything, and it was because she not only was she a woman, she was a strong, swole woman that can pretty much tear off the whole roster in one flick of the finger. Like so, with Jade Cargo, you can't bring her in and be like, all right, we're gonna beat up everybody. No, you have to fight, you have to sell because obviously you wasn't doing none of that in AEW. So you have to sell, you have to put on like you said, put on a 20-minute match. And it has to be good. If you have a 20-minute match that's just I, we're not gonna see you again. Like that's just how WWE is. If it's just yeah, you'll be gone. So I have a lot of faith that they'll do right by Jade Cargill. Justin comes in, he says it was awesome, yet incredibly bizarre listening to WWE's commentary talking about Jade last night. Hopefully they don't rush everything with her. Yep, I agree with what you and Devin said. I agree with what both y'all saying. But now I think we gotta also read what Becky Lynch just said as well. Becky Lynch going on and said that currently we are a little light on the women with credibility on Raw. So any way I can give these women who are great credibility, what? Oh, okay, I got you. So any way I can get these women who are great credibility, give them a match and give them an outing and a showcase and showcase them in a championship match. I think that only benefits everybody. It benefits the audience because we have more women that care more about what the hell are you talking about, Becky Lynch? It benefits the audience because we have more women that we care about and more women that I can beat that I also care about. Okay? So Becky Lynch, like she just gave me an aneurysm trying to read that. But anyway, Becky Lynch, she was going on to, and that's her response to talking about the women's division and why she's in NXT. She wants to give women credibility because, I mean, how are you going to come up in the ranks? How are you going to show up in SmackDown and Raw? You ain't beat nobody. You're just a name. I mean, I don't want to throw Cora Jade, but Cora Jade has a reputation. Cora Jade's badass. She gets called up, Roxanne Perez. It's badass. But, I mean, you bring up, what's the name, the sleepy lady, Wendy Cho. What have you really done, lady? What have you really done? So or you bring Lexi, what's her name? She just joined with she just teamed up with JC Jane.
Oh, Thea Hale.
Thea Hale. I almost called her Alexi Hale. I was like, why is it Lexi?
I was like, what was he talking about?
But like, how are you gonna call them up? And they ain't really JC Jane. She has a name. Paul, I ain't trying to rhyme, but like JC, like she has a name and all that. But like, what has she really, in my eyes? What has she really done? So it's like there's a lot of these women that deserve the credibility, and that's one of the reasons why Becky Lynch is there. Does that make sense where Becky Lynch is coming from? And do you agree?
It makes perfect sense. I know she worded it a certain way, but yeah, that's the entire thing, and that's what's gonna keep it. That's what keeps anything rolling. It's like people gotta beat somebody to be somebody. What Ric Flair say? To beat a man, you gotta beat the man. Like that's a testament that's makes sense everywhere you go. You look at basketball, it makes sense in that. If you're talking about sports in general, like you want to be the best, you gotta beat the best. So people can go, okay, I gotta beat you now to be the best. And that's what the women division would need. And like you said, for example, like Thea Hale, like if you were to bring her up, she gotta look like a threat. Like, can she beat somebody that's a somebody? You know, it's one thing to just be a jobber. Cool. You know, anybody supposedly could do that, but you got to be somebody with a name to it so you can add to yours. So yeah, everything she said is perfect. It's just a thing of putting like the right people where if they were to lose, it wouldn't just bury them, but at the same time, it's gonna add to somebody else's name in a way. You know,
Right.
but you don't want to use somebody like a Bailey over and over. Where like she's a perfect person. Where if someone would like to come from NXT was to be her, it's a big deal. But like you know, it's not gonna just tarnish her. But at the same time, you want to rotate that. You don't want to just use the same people for that purpose, because then you just start to go, oh, Natalia gonna be in this match. Yeah, she gonna lose. You know, that's just to pad, you know, a name to their stats. So
Yeah,
you
man.
want to keep it in a rotation in some type of way where you're not just burying one person over and over.
Yeah, as long as Natalia don't get released, that's all I gotta say. As long as Natalia don't get released.
Oh, we're gonna do a riot.
Man, speaking of a riot, we gotta get into these predictions, man. We gotta get to these NXT predictions. Devin, I have a question. Am I still in the lead? Am I still in the lead?
I'm afraid so for now.
4-3? 4-3?
For now.
You know what's
Not
crazy?
not
I'm,
not for three, but forward now.
see, see, that was a good one. I ain't gonna. I was gonna talk crap about you. But that was a good one. That was a good one.
I
That
couldn't
was
let it get away.
Justin. Don't acknowledge that. If you saw that, don't acknowledge that. You don't gotta say that.
Come on now.
Look, man. I remember vividly. I was like, man, this 3-1. I ain't worried about a damn thing. Then it was 3-2. You was like, hey man, I'm coming back. I'm coming. You know what? You know what? I'm coming back.
I'll sneak it up on me.
And then you won again, and you showed up with them little Mickey Deion Sanders glasses, talking about some. Oh, well, you know how I do. And you know I'm gonna win. School. You started crib walking. I'm like, hold on, man. I'm like, I need a second. So we finally get the win here, and now we started off with this fatal 4-way. Well, this is a match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The family, Tony D'Angelo and Stax, taking on the Creed brothers. We're also taking on Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, and today they're also taking on OTM. Devin, who do you have going into this match?
I'm actually gonna go with the family retaining their tag team championships in this match because I don't think they really got a chance to really delve into their reign. Because we just kind of see them, they'll have a match every now and then, but really you just see them in segments upon segments. So I still think that there's a lot of story to tell with that tag team, with those championships. So that's why I got to retain in this match.
See, that's crazy. I literally, that was literally my exact point. Like, I was just like, I had the family because, in all honesty, I haven't seen them too much. No, I lied. I haven't seen them too much in the ring. So for me to be like, oh, okay, well, there's some stiff competition, and they're gonna drop these belts because they look terrible, or they're gonna drop these belts because this, or no, I see no reason for them to drop the titles yet. And there's still a little bit of momentum on their side, so I'll give it to the family. Shout out to the family. We also have for the NXT Heritage Cup match, or the NXT Heritage Cup match, Noah M. Dar taking on Butch. Devin, who do you have going into this match?
I got Butch, aka Pete Dunne, because look, no offense to Noam Dar, but Butch got that dog in him. I'm sorry, like Noam Dar, he been up there chilling and cooling and acting like this a game, man. Look, when he start bending them fingers back, all he gonna know is real. So I got Pete Dunne. I mean Butch
Look,
being the Heritage Cup winner.
this is why we got smart people watching, man. We got smart people watching. Justin says he's going with the family retaining. They've had the titles for a cup of coffee, so it's way too soon to put the title to take the belts off. And I mean, he also says he's going with Bush for the Heritage Cup, and I mean, I agree. I agree. First off, no one Dar. If you beat Butch, we got to ride it. I don't care if it's a Rumble pin, a old Condor roll, backwoods. But I don't care what it is. If you win, yeah, that's that. I think that's definitely called for Ryder and for Pete Dunne to get released because he don't deserve none of that. No, for North American. Oh yeah.
Oh, I was like, oh, just stay out of NXT.
Or just stay out of just stay out of NXT. That's fine too. Yeah, you don't gotta be that deep. Yeah, just stay out of NXT. Well, like you also have for the North American Championship, You have who's also Dragon Lee as a special guest referee. Dominic Mysterio taking on Trick Williams. Man, this is a tough one. Devin, who you got?
I'm gonna actually go I'm gonna go the other route, and I'm gonna go with my boy Trick Williams. And it's tough. It's a tough call because look, Dominic, I feel is a part of a bigger picture here. Granted he's on NXT, the NXT North American champion, but he also got the Judgment Day behind him. Not saying that they're gonna affect this match in particular, but he's a part of a piece of a bigger puzzle. So I feel him losing the championship may affect the rest of the puzzle. But at the same time, I feel with Dragon Lee being a special guest referee, not saying he has to do something dirty and cause Dirty Dom the championship because that just wouldn't work. But I'm gonna go with Trick because maybe this will forward something with Dragon Lee and Dominic. Where I mean, you still got the Judgment Day business going on, but Dominic got his own issue to deal with, and Trick can elevate himself with this NXT North American Championship. I'm sorry, his promo kind of got me. He was like, "Man, look, Melo got his championship. I think it's time for me to get mine too." And hey, he surprised me. I didn't think he was going. I don't mean like this. I didn't think he was gonna get this far. I put it like that because I thought he was just gonna be a good manager, almost a good, talking person. But seeing him in the ring and everything that's all in part of it, he really surprised me.
See,
I think a good year and a half, he gonna be right.
see, yeah. In a good year and a half, he'll be all right, but not now. That's not Dominic. I got Dominic Mysterio for this, and that's
Hey, we got to disagree on something.
no, your exact talking point is the exact reason why I'm choosing Dominic. Like you're like, man, it's his time. Like Dragon Lee is a special guest referee. The stacks are up against Dominic. Trick Williams is his time. He said, when is this my time? Carmelo Hayes has his title over there. Over here, look like SpongeBob and Patrick running around, and I'm Squidward looking through the mirror. Like I understand. Like I understand that whole talking point. But Dominic is still, for what it's worth, uh, still over as a heel at least. I think what he's doing with at least for the NXT North American Championship has been alright. I think it could be better, but I don't think it's time yet for Dominic to lose his title. Do I want Trick Williams to win? Yes. Like don't get me wrong. Like I do want Trick Williams to win, and I agree with you. That promo did something for me, but
Whoop that Trick.
yeah. But I think right now the odds are stacked against Dominic. I think they're making this a little too obvious at this point, and I feel like we're gonna get a swerve. And with Dominic still being the heel, hey man, what's better than more heat? Dominic getting more heat. She stays at NXT for a little bit longer. But I mean, I'm choosing Dominic, but if Trick Williams win, I wouldn't be shocked at all. I wouldn't be shocked. So I'm still going to go with Dominic Mysterio here. Braun Breaker taking on Baron Corbin. Devin, why do you have Braun Breaker winning this match?
Because if Baron Corbin found a way to beat Braun Breaker, especially if it's clean, then I might have to take a break from NXT for a minute because that will make no type of sense whatsoever. So yeah, Braun Breaker gonna do the coldest spear ever to this man and move on with his life.
Oh, look at this. He says Trick is about to whoop that Trick on Dom. Going with Trick winning the North American Championship. It seems like Dragon Lee is about to join up with Ray in the LWO. So a love to Ray by screwing Dom. Yeah, and I agree with that. But that's why I feel like it's too obvious here. That's why I feel like it's like with Dragon Lee. Now, if it was Trick Williams versus Dominic Mysterio 1v1 for the title, I'd be like, okay, maybe I might go Trick Williams here. I think Dragon Lee he's going to be the swerve in this situation. I don't think he's going to team up with Dom. I don't think nothing like that's going to happen. But I think some bull junk is going to happen that Dominic retain. And I think they're going to go to not great lengths, but I think something's going to happen in this match. This was just announced for the main event, so I'm going to choose that last. So I already spoiled it. But the NXT Championship, you have Carmelo Hayes taking on Ilya Dragunov. I'm scared. I'm scared. Yeah. Look, they put on bangers, both of these guys. I mean, we're in for a hard-hitting match, Devin Lee Crimes Jr. Who do you have Well, hold on. Since you already have Trick Williams winning, Devin, why do you have Carmelo Hayes retaining this time?
Dang, I could have had them losing, so I can add even more friction to what's going on. You know, they ain't got just yet, but you know, put some cracks in the well, some water leaking.
But you don't believe that.
I don't, but it's just hey, I look at every possibility here, but I want to say yeah, Carmelo will retain against Ilya. I'm not saying he just gonna beat Ilya like it ain't just nothing. Oh, he gonna go through it all right. He may barely win, but I think he'll pull it out because
What? Whoa. He'll do what?
pause, pull the match out, pull the victory out of the match. You know, pull the W from the alphabet. You know, not L's but W's. And I want to say I thought he was
You was
about to
talking
start
about
doing
D's.
push-ups. What?
You was talking about pulling L's and W's. I thought you was talking about D's.
You know what? Uh, I was not, my good sir. Nevertheless, though, I say that Carmelo will retain because I don't. I just think I feel like he still got some more gas in this title reign. I feel like we're not done with that story just yet. And I know it felt like if he do lose, and we're like, all right, cool, he gonna be on the better and bigger things, right? I don't want him to end up like Braun Breaker, just roaming around, just doing stuff to people.
What the hell
You
is
know,
Braun Breaker still doing in NXT?
I mean, I guess they not. I don't think they got the right plans for him yet. That's why they just like, all right, just let you, you know, run around and destroy people for a minute, you know, keep you looking dangerous. And when it's time, I thought right after that Von Wagner stuff, they was gonna bring him up. Like Shawn Michaels gonna be like, you can't come back here. You're dangerous. And he's like, yeah, I know. You know,
Right.
like that could have been cool. Like this man got banned from almost killing somebody, so now he on Raw. Like, oh shoot, but they ain't go that way. So I don't hope them. I just don't want them to do that to Carmelo. He just sitting there, just doing whatever. Hopefully, he can lose on a triumphant match with somebody and ride off into the sunset of the main roster. That's
That's
just me.
facts. But Justice is going with Braun Breaker to bring more legitimacy to his heel character. I mean, yeah, that's what Baron Corbin is there for, to be honest. So, yeah, he got no choice. He also says he's going with Dragunov winning the title. He said the whole Mello and Trick rift has been teasing and is going to cost Mello. Man, I agree to an extent. I think it's Ilya Dragunov's time, man. I think it's Ilya Dragunov's time. And the reason why I'm going Ilya is because look, man, it was because that picture you sent me, the picture of his face that you keep sending me. Nah,
Man, I'm sorry, because it was just like he got slapped by Dominic Heath.
he looked terrified.
I thought he was finna go Super Saiyan. Super
and,
Ilya, man.
and look, man, he just barely got out of that. He barely got out of that victory when the last time they fought. Like Carmelo Hayes just barely won. I think it's Ilya Dragunov's time. I think Trick Williams lose. I think I think Trick Williams loses. I think Carmelo Hayes loses. And if they don't, uh, if they don't break up, we'll see him up there. We'll see him up there in SmackDown. Well, I think he's more of a Raw guy. He might just be. He has the wrestling ability for SmackDown, but I think his character is more Raw. More Raw.
Hey, you know, well, I'll pop for a minute. My fault.
They said I'm going to like, yeah, that's where I see that happening. Then for the main event, since Becky Lynch was complaining, no, I'm just playing. I agree wholeheartedly with everything Becky Lynch was saying. Like we said that in the beginning of the show. If you missed it, that was just me apologizing. I promise you. But look, Becky Lynch is in the main event. She's in an Extreme Rules match for the NXT Women's Championship. She's taking on Tiffany Stratton, the lady who just lost her championship. Never watched Becky Lynch win it.
I shoot, man, this is tough because look, I see say Becky Lynch, but it's just like if she beat Tiffany twice, you know, in these title matches. I'm not saying the match itself will make Tiffany look, you know, weak. It's just where does she go from this? I mean, granted, you can say the same thing about Becky. If Becky lose, where will she go from this? Although, I guess if you throw an interference in there, somebody else can uplift this, and we may get a triple threat down the road. I'm just saying, but I am going to actually go the other side And I'm gonna say Tiffany Stratton gonna get her championship back. And granted, I hate back and forths like this. I really do. I can't it get on my nerve. You see how the TNT championship changed my life, but I'm not gonna accept this here either. But I still don't see where you go. It's just if Tiffany lose twice, I just be like, well, shoot, like why should I believe you gonna win the third time, dude?
I feel like I know what you're doing here.
If
You're doing math. You're doing math. You're like, well, if Izzy has Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams losing, and if I pick Tiffany Stratton to win this, then I'll be about even if I got these great. That's what you're thinking. I feel like this is a strategically planned. This is strategic.
no, I'm just like looking like when we hear once we hear whoever win, I'm thinking what's gonna be after this that makes sense.
You got
Man, like you're not gonna win.
There ain't no reason for her to win, in all honesty. For me personally, to believe that, because I'm like, what was the point of Becky Lynch going down there to win the belt in the first place, so Tiffany Stratton could beat her and then leave again? Like, like that just don't make sense to me. Becky Lynch lose. I got Becky Lynch winning. Straight up.
See, man, there's no mercy got us all on opposite sides.
As we banter for a second, as I'm trying to bring up these the scoreboard.
This bad.
Let me see. Because we in trouble. We're in danger.
Trouble.
Let's take a look here. Log out.
Man, I never got to new trouble growing up. It always evaded me. I remember when they first invaded. I said invaded. I remember when they first invented trouble. I always hated it. That was a terrible SpongeBob joke for the time.
He said that was a SpongeBob. That was a terrible SpongeBob joke for the time. Let me see here. Cheap Pop Fantasy points update. What is this? Raw September 25th.
He said, "What is this? We're out of the tournament."
This here actually by now winners get 10 points, meaning that's what? Okay. They said I look like they said it's an update, but it's like an audio version. So now let's
I'm kind of scared.
I was confused. I'm like, what are you showing me? So I'm waiting on this to show us. Let me see if I can share this screen here. Because I don't want to
sweaty.
Leave you guys hanging.
My knees is weak. It's a stain on my shirt already. Mom spaghetti.
Let me see. Share. Screen. I understand. There we go. All right. Devin, can you see this?
I can.
So right here, it's giving us the updates as to what happened is. They're giving you the rules. This is meaning that the big Bronson Reed, Daddy Drew McIntyre, Tasty to what is happening? Whoa. Tasty who and the what? Good books this week, but the 5 stars from the Frogs. What is this? Minus 10 points for Kofi, Natalia. That's none of our guys. Go Kevin Owens.
Okay, that ain't none of ours.
So we're good.
We didn't get anything from EO winning.
We should have, to be honest. EO won that title. EO won that championship match against Asuka. We definitely should have.
Orange Cassidy won that triple. No, what was it? I forgot what kind of match that was, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it was similar to another match that transpired that night. So I kind of was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch the same thing. So
yeah, I'm gonna watch the same thing, so it don't matter.
But he won. That's the important information of that story.
Bro, we just had this thing. Now let's go on their page. Yep, we're just gonna do this live. We're doing it live. There we go. Fantasy Faction weeks. Let me see. This was 4 days ago. Yes. Where is the update? I think it's audio. Well, looks like we won't know where we're at right now. But at the end of the day, we will update you guys on what the hell we're at. But the last time I checked, Devin, we were in 12th place in the beginning. We are officially in 15th place. Sad.
Hey, It's still a chance.
Oh, it's definitely still a chance. There's no problem at all. I ain't sweating it.
Hmm.
I ain't
I never.
sweating it. I just really want to know where was the update at. But anyway, as I get out of this and stop doing what we're doing here.
Hey, we back.
So 15th place out of 22.
Hey, could be a worse place to be.
No, it's not
No,
22
no.
people. A lot of people are tied, but 22, 15th. It's scary, but not as scary as this quiz. This quiz that I got. Because look, man, Devin, I ain't gonna lie to you. You struggle a little bit. Just struggling just a little bit. So, without further ado, you gotta give us the intro.
That's my final answer, and I'm saying it with my chest.
You saying it with your chest?
Yes.
Your chest is correct. Final answer?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Wow. Wow.
And I'm me. I thought you just said
Kanye was on the. Well, man, look, we got it before we get into this. Justin says, even though I hate the thought of taking the titles from Tiffany, just to put it back on her so quick, I'm going with Tiffany Stratton winning back the NXT Women's Championship.
doing that same boat.
Yeah, I was like, hopefully I did Justin. Hopefully I did him right with that reaction. I feel like that was pretty accurate. But we gotta get to these questions. I told Devin before the show started, as I was writing these questions down, I was like, man, these questions are tough, man. Questions are tough. Are you ready, Mr. Kearns?
Never ready, always ready. Stay ready. Don't have to get ready, because we already ready.
I got 5 questions. It could be more, but I got 5 questions. After 8 years in WWE, Bradshaw began to publicize his impressive portfolio in March of 2004. His self-made financial success came at the expense of his partnership, as this man convinced him that he no longer needed Farouk. Who was that man, Evan?
That it wasn't Orlando Jordan, was it?
Final answer?
Yes.
I gotta give you a spoiler. Man, it was the man, the myth, the legend, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman.
See, that was pretty wise, man. You know, it was.
They said
He was
Bradshaw walked out on his partner the following week. Then even Justin came out. Orlando Jordan. It was not. It says Paul Heyman. Heyman helped convince him that he no longer needed Farouk. Look, man, that was good. That was a great guess, though. Orlando Jordan was a really, really great guess. He was like, bro. This is what Orlando Jordan said. Bro, you got the wrong black guy. Like, come on. I got you.
He's like, come on now.
He said, come on, I could be U.S. champion.
He was like, he was in a nation of domination, bro. Like,
right? He was like, come on, man, that dude old, man. He's like, old black guy.
All he do is walk around cussing. Like, what you?
Right, exactly. He's like, why not punch him in his face? He was like, damn, man, ain't that right? Devin, what pay-per-view did Kevin Owens defeat John Cena at in 2015?
Money in the Bank.
Final answer?
Yes, sir.
Justin, you got the wrong black. Oh man,
Why it sound like somebody said wow to you? Like, you got the wrong black guy, sir. Like, I ain't the one.
Oh dang, he comes out again. Money in the Bank. Look. Owens' fast track continued when he defeated John Cena at Elimination Chamber 2015 after hitting Cena with a pop-up powerbomb.
For reals?
with a win over the C Nation. Momentum carried after the Night of Champions, where he defeated Ryback, winning his first multiple NXT championship. Let me see if he beat John Cena at Money in the Bank, because since you guys got Kevin Owens, John Cena,
He said, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, Money in the Bank, John Cena. No,
I thought that was after.
it looked like he lost that match. Cena eventually executed a third. Yep. And Cena executed a third AA for the decisive pin. After the match, Kevin Owens powerbombed Cena in the ring late for the walk-off. So he beat John Cena at Elimination Chamber. And then lost at Money in the Bank. I knew he lost at a pay-per-view. I didn't know if it was Money in the Bank. So you guys, great guesses, still great guesses. But what is happening? Look, Justin has said it better than Devin. Do you agree with this? He says, Devin, we're slacking right now.
There's something in the air out here somewhere.
Look, man,
There's some. Maybe it's some typos in that book.
Some typos in that book. I just did the research. Since I don't do research according to this man.
Hey, you be surprised sometimes, man.
He was watching.
Not everybody.
Bro, you do research? And look at this. I was like, man.
You're the only person that turns a compliment into an insult, man.
Yeah.
They be like, man, I like them shoes. So you ain't gonna say nothing about my shirt?
Right, no, that's the thing. He just didn't like my shoes yesterday. That's the problem. I'm like, Devin, what pay-per-view? You don't got to tell me the year. What pay-per-view did Kurt Angle go bald in? What pay-per-view did he lose that hair versus hair?
Judgment Day of 2002.
Final answer.
Yes, sir.
Correct, nerd.
I only remember because of SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, man. Because it's on the back of the case.
Because it's so bad. I was like, Jesus Christ. That's the thing. It says it has like a biography of the Judgment Day pay-per-view. Here goes the Judgment Day. Oh, Justin gets it wrong. He says Unforgiven. But I gotta understand. I understand though. I understand where Justin got that from though. So you're not totally far off. But here's the thing that bothers me, Devin. And I know this will bother you too. Here's more Judgment Day moments. This is the top moments of the Judgment Day period. Triple H beats The Rock in an Iron Man match to win the WWE Championship 2000. Okay, cool. After losing to Edge in the hair versus hair match, Kurt Angle is showered with chants of "You're bald." Also, this is the final one, Devin. This is the final one. Judgment Day points. MVP wins a hard fought best 2 out of 3 falls match to win the U.S. Championship. Devin, if you had to think of any other Judgment Day moment, what would you put in there?
Didn't Judgment Day. Didn't Triple H and Cactus Jack have a Hell in a Cell match? No, wait, that was a different. I'm sorry, that was a No Way Out, I believe.
That was No Way Out. It's actually over here. I'm actually looking at that.
But it was a Hell in a Cell match at that Judgment Day.
I'm not thinking.
You know what? That was Triple H and Chris Jericho. There we go. And I wanted some accuracy here. That's all. Look. You know what? Stop it. I got you. I remember now. It just popped up in my my memory banks. John Cena versus JBL. Now I quit match. Yes. Look, I had to sift through a lot of great matches.
Chris Jericho. I'm like, where's Chris Jericho coming from? I'm like, John Cena.
Look, I was stuck in 2002.
Everybody had that DVD.
Man,
that
look.
DVD.
He said, I quit.
So Devin out of 3 questions, you got 1. Let's see if we can change that. Let's see if we can change that.
He said, how about we just move the goalpost right here?
There it goes. How many tag team titles has Rikishi won in his career?
Kishi? No, it'd be funny. I know I'm like all that's a Kishi name basis. I'm going to venture to say 3.
Final answer.
Yes, sir.
It is 3. It is 3.
Yo, that was one of them, just shot in the dark, eyes closed. I mean, it's already dark, so why close your eyes? But that was a
That was bullshit. Even Justin gets
pretty
it.
much.
Justin says 3. Whoa, it pops
Look
up
at
3.
that. It's a great number.
It is. It is a good number. It is a good number. Let me see here. Look at that list, man. Damn it.
Mortal Kombat.
The Master of 619 made his debut in July of 2022. He also started to show signs of becoming the main event star. Shortly after his debut, the Master of 619.
You said 2022. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh,
No, I think you're trying to say 2002.
yeah, 2002. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, 45-year-old Rey Mysterio just flying around the place shortly after his debut. Shortly after his debut. Thank you. Yeah, I'm coming down with some sneakers, man. The Master of 619 captured the WWE Tag Team Championships. His first one with this partner.
Edge.
Final answer?
Yes, sir.
That is correct. Whoa!
Back.
Good guess though, Billy Kidman.
I'm back.
Shortly after the debut. That's a good guess. That is a great guess. Man, what is that name? Devin. Before they were FTR, before they were the Revival, what was the names of Scott Dawson and Dashus Wilder's tag team name? What was that faction name?
Dang, I guess I got excited a little too early. Before the Revival.
Before the Revival. This is when they was in the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. I only know this because I seen it.
Yeah, I only know because I was present,
Well, like it was that Dusty Rhodes Classic and the Mae Young Classic was my go-tos.
I'm pulling out my pencil out my back pocket and drawing a blank, my good sir, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought they was always the Revival. Not always, but like, in WWE, I put it that way.
They were the Mechanics. The Mechanics.
I feel like I seen that somewhere. Mechanics. I don't know about that name, man. Look, I got it wrong, so I'm gonna start trashing that name. Like, it's a stupid name anyway.
Final question. You got 2 right today, so it's looking good. 2 out of 6. Right now.
Coming back.
On the 12th of January, 2019, at NXT UK takeover, Rhea Ripley lost her NXT UK title to this woman, ending her reign at 139 days, marking her first defeat in the brand. And shout out to Justin, he got the mechanic right.
Was it Kaylee Ray?
Final answer?
Yes, sir.
It was Toni Storm. It was Toni Storm. Kaylee Ray? Kaylee Ray? No, the confidence. It was the confidence. Look.
I ain't gonna lie, I did say it with my chest. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was a Superman stand side. Kaylee Ray?
Man, now you guys are tired. I gotta end this with like one last thing. One last thing I gotta end this with.
What's that? Sudden death. We gotta get them the Mortal Kombat sound effects when we get to these points. It's like sudden death.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Fact check. Kaylee Ray beat Toni Storm. You dumb mother. No,
hey, and he probably said they start backspace and
he's like, come on now. Anybody with eyes would have seen that, Devin. Go to hell, Devin. Like,
look. I knew she was in the discussion somewhere.
Can I be honest? I miss Justin, man. Justin, We'll be on air tomorrow. Devin, are you free on tomorrow? We free tomorrow, right?
I should be. I should recover from No Mercy tonight.
Yeah, just to add for some No Mercy, we will be live streaming No Mercy. We were supposed to put a graphic out for that, but man, that life sucked. Life sucked. And in saying that, Devin, I gotta give you news. That's why life sucked as well. But man, look, this is getting crazy. Hold on, let me fast forward this because I hate my chest. And it's all lower. It's all lower. But Devin, final question for the tiebreaker. And if y'all tied, then y'all just end out with a tie. We're just gonna do this like NFL. If it's overtime, y'all don't score screwed. Yeah. Sheamus, for 211 days, pulverized the competition. What? Wait, what? Okay, there it goes. Because I'm sorry. A lot of people, the way they have this worded, the words are surrounded like by his body. So the way the paragraphs are read is like, Sheamus, it's like word for word.
And they bogus for that, trying to write on his skin like he supposed to be like.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like he is a gender. Still, Sheamus, for 211 days, pulverized the competition as champion before losing it to this man at Hell in a Cell 2012.
2012.
Sheamus Beckin. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
2012. Dang, why am I not remembering none of this?
I remember this as well too. This was crazy because I actually was like, I actually loved it.
So Isaiah didn't have a problem with it. Look, I'm trying to use all the context I can get. At Hell in a Cell in 2012. 2012. Dang.
This is the World Heavyweight Championship.
Was that Alberto? No, you said you ain't have a problem with it.
Who?
I don't think he was a Alberto Del Rio fan.
I like Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna go with Alberto Del Rio then.
Final answer?
Yes, sir.
Well, no, that's the thing. I posted that because you both are wrong. You both are wrong. It was the Big Show. You remember that Big Show Sheamus rivalry with the big ass chair? They were going back and forth.
I remember this. I remember Mark Henry and Big Show, breaking that mat, and that was.
Yeah, before losing to the Big Show at Hell in a Cell, it was the longest World Heavyweight Championship reign in over 6 years. But Sheamus was far from satisfied. That's what she said.
Yeah.
So I think we just ended this off as a tie. Man, what the hell is going on with y'all today? Was I that good, or was y'all just was it y'all?
I might have to catch a flight, man. Check out that book, man.
Check out that book. Yeah. The Big Show. No, it's like the word in right because it was like do, and then it was like shoot straight down. It was stupid. I'm sorry.
Oh, so I thought they had the words on his body at first. I'm like, see, that's why I was like, they tried.
Oh no, it was surrounding his body. Pause. Well, that's all. No, it was striking. It was awful. But man, that doesn't. We already did our predictions. We'll come back tomorrow for the index for the AEW predictions as well. But Devin, is there anything you want to say before we close this show out?
Let me get my chest out here. Let me stand up straight, 90 degrees. But ladies and gentlemen, sorry, it was a little. The Beats by Dr. Dre was getting to me for a second, but I ain't gonna hold y'all too long on this beautiful Saturday. We got No Mercy coming up, NXT No Mercy. So I'm actually pretty excited. See what our predictions gonna go. See who right, who wrong, and see if I win or not. Because that's what matters at the end of the day. Am I right? Right. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna hand it back over to the loser of tonight, and the number one hater in the nation, Isaiah Jackson Jr. And shout out to EO Sky.
Oh yeah, I saw her. Did I mention that? I saw EO Sky.
You painstakingly did.
Man, I did. That back looks nice, man. That moonsault. It was nice. I felt like I was going through a tunnel, like I was in Tron or something. Bro, it was nice.
I can believe it.
And then Dakota Kai came out. I'm sorry. I passed out for a second. I had to come back to life. But yeah, like Dakota Kai came out. Bailey came out. It was dope. We officially saw. Man, like it feels good. I mean, I already saw the Street Profits before, so I mean, seeing them again was, so it is what it was.
It was all right.
Right, yeah, they all right. Justice says also show guys that we appreciate you. We're gonna work this out, but we are going to live stream NXT. No,
I'm trying to expose my internet.
Yeah, it depends on what we do. We'll test it out. If we don't test it out today, we'll definitely test it out tomorrow. Because tomorrow we have Wrestle Dream. Well, also same time, same place. We'll be right back. Justin, we appreciate you. Awesome show. Guys, man, it's always awesome when you sliding through. We got to be honest with that, man.
The boss.
We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody that tuned in to watch. And as always, have an awesome day. We'll see you guys next time.
Del Morgan gonna win the women's Money in the Bank this year, and that's all I'm gonna say.
You don't believe that.
Liv Morgan to do, man. You want her to?
I want her to beat competition. That's what I want. He hasn't been convincing at all. She was getting her ass beat by Becky Lynch, ass beat by Rhea Ripley.
Becky Lynch had to cheat to beat her. They literally bring that up in the story. No, come back here. No. You not finna rain on my Liv Morgan parade, dog. No, we not moving on. No.
Y'all ain't see that. Y'all ain't see that.